to go there, guys. Because if you don't, you're going to sit up here with this look on your face and paychecks are Wednesday and I can't pay my bills and what am I doing? Oh, gossip, what happened? That's not selling cars. Demonstration. Go show why your car's a better car. Nissan's the best product in the world. If you don't believe me, just ask me. I'll show you why. And you should know the answer to that. So if you're not sitting at your desk, calling your Nissan customer saying, when can you come in the store, responding to that internet lead with an email, with a video, with a come back from me, I'm Chelsea, I'm great, you're not doing your job. And then when they get here, you should do that so well, by the time they get into the office, it's $5.99 a month. Sign right there. And you've justified your price. The customer has no problem paying that because you sold that car on the lot. Hey, and especially because of the weather, I want you to be ever present on the lot. I want you to be responsive on the internet lead. I want to look back to this dealership, and I am not beating you up. I love each and every one of you. But it's time to get serious about what we're doing. I am tired of mediocre. I am not mediocre. Anyone that sits in a huddle facing that way will never sell more than 10 cars ever in their life. And they'll fail and be out of the business in 6 months. Easy. Tell me what I need to do. I'm just asking. Because I want your life to be great. I want us at the end of the month, all make 10 grand, sit back and laugh and hug each other and say what God's done in our life and move on. That's what I want. You should want the same thing. And if you don't, then leave. That's what I want. And I'm not separated from you going over here to Shreveport, racking my brain, trying to set appointments. I have to know that you've been trained to do what's right when I'm not here.
I was born and raised in Bossier Parish. I was homecoming queen. I was cheerleader. I was an all-state, all-district basketball player and a model student. I was a nurse. I went to NLU. I was a single mom. I went through literally a series of a lifetime of bad decisions, guys. And in 1992, I left nursing. I began on a path of an addiction of 35 to 40 Lortabs a day. So I went into Tommy Harvey Lexus and talked to Bo Holly and told him my story about getting in trouble. And I said, I've never sold anything in my life, but I love, cars, and I think I could do a great job for you. So I went to work at Lexus, and my GM was on pills. I literally stepped into a worse situation than I had already been in. And I know I've got a room full of GMs and dealers, so listen to me when I tell you, you influence people's lives every day, the people that follow you, the people that work for you. So look in the mirror when I talk about this. In 2006, I got arrested. I got arrested for drugs, and that was a life-changing moment for me. When the judge saw me that day to sentence me, he gave me an 8.5-year sentence, guys. When I came to prison, for the first time in my life, I began to give of my God-given talents. These girls right here graduated with their GED, and I was their teacher. It was the greatest feeling in the world to share something that God had given me, because I was a taker, and now I began to give. And I became a leader and a coach in jail. And I really, truly gave it to God. And for once in my life, gave to other people, and I was on the ground, and I said, Lord, do not let me out of here till I've changed. I can't live this one more day, not this life. They sent me to work release. I began to work in a restaurant in Monroe. I was the manager of that restaurant within 6 weeks. And then, guys, one day, I came home from work into the jail where they bring you back in. You come in every night, and they said, Tammie LeBleu, pack your bag. And I walked into the hall, and all the guards were standing there, and they were in tears. And my first cousin was there. And he said, you've got a court date for reconsideration of sentence in the morning. So I went the next morning. Judge Cox said, I've had many phone calls, and you did everything you could do to change your life today, and today I'm going to do something for you. I'm going to send you home. I did 34 months of an 8.5-year sentence. I had no clue that they would allow me back at Or Nissan. Stephen Bell called and he said, Tammie, would you like to come back to work for us? So December the 26th of 2009, I come back and sold 6 cars my first week. It was unbelievable. My personal income in 3 years was $1 million in 3 years, selling cars on the floor in Nissan, Bossier City. In 2011, I was the #2 Nissan salesperson in the nation, selling 450 brand new Nissans by myself. No assistance, no internet. I was hardcore on the floor, okay? And then I earned in the past 5 years $1.5 million. And what I can share and give to you is if I can do this, anybody can do this. I am nothing. This is a team sport. I go to battle with these girls on this field every day, and it is my job to make sure that they're maximizing their time, maximizing their CRM, maximizing their leads, their social media, and everyone they come in contact with, and they brand themselves so that anybody that thinks about buying a car thinks about Tammie LeBleu and the Smart Car Girls in Bossier City. Every day, it's my job to make sure they have quality of life. It's not about Tammie LeBleu anymore. It was about them. And I mean, guys, I'm talking about in your stores today, you must hold your salespeople accountable for what they do, your managers accountable for what they do. You have to, because if you don't hold people accountable, you're not doing anybody any favors for their life. And we're living life. I mean, what are we here for? To make a difference. What are we spending 8 and 9 hours a day in these dealerships for away from your family if you're not there to earn a living and make quality of life for your families? Because if you're not there giving it 100%, you're cheating your children, your wife, your mother, your brother, you're cheating your families, period.